One mouse bite on a laptop charger cable is enough to make me stop right away. This charger still looks fairly normal from the outside, but the cable is damaged, and I do not know what is happening inside yet. With electrical parts, especially anything connected to wall power, I do not like to guess. Today, I will open it and look at the parts inside. Maybe this charger, which looks ready to be thrown away, still has one small experiment left in it. I start by opening the laptop charger so I can see the parts inside more clearly. Chargers like this usually look simple on the outside, but inside there are many important parts: the power board, capacitors, a switching transformer, the input side, and the output side. I do not want to say too quickly whether it is still good or completely dead. I will look first. Just like checking an old tool in the workshop, sometimes you only understand the problem after looking closely. What I care about now is which parts are still solid, which parts are damaged, and which parts should not be used again. At this point, I can see one bad part. The AC input socket of the laptop charger is damaged, so I remove it and do not plan to use it again. This area is directly related to wall power, so it has to be treated very carefully, and only the solid parts should stay. With old electrical items, keeping a damaged part can make the repair more dangerous. Sometimes, removing one small bad piece is what makes the rest of the circuit safer for a later test. After removing the damaged input socket, I replace it with a power cable that has a plug and solder it firmly to the AC input side of the power board. This is the part where I slow down the most, because a mistake on the wall power side is not a small problem. I do not treat this as a simple tip for everyone to copy. It is only a controlled repair test in the workshop. When working with an old laptop charger, the important thing is not speed. The important thing is checking whether the joint is firm, whether the wire is loose, and whether any exposed area is still dangerous. If something does not look right, I stop instead of forcing it to work. Here, I move to the output side of the laptop charger. I use a 2-pin wire connector, also called a 2-pin power connector. It makes the connection easier to attach and remove instead of soldering everything permanently together. I will not explain the final test too early yet. Just watch how each small part is prepared first, because in a moment, these small pieces will start to connect with each other. This is an aluminum-housed power resistor. Some people also call it a load resistor or a discharge resistor. From the outside, it only looks like a small metal block with two simple wires. But in electrical tests, small parts like this can sometimes make the story more interesting. I connected to the 2-pin connector I prepared earlier. At this point, I will not explain what it is used for yet. Just watch how I place each part together first. In a moment, when the meter shows the numbers, you will understand why I chose this part. With old electrical items, I like to move a little slowly. It may look simple, but one wrong connection or one careless moment can change the result completely. So I will prepare this part neatly first, then move to the next check. Here, I have a battery that has been used until it is almost low. I check the voltage first with the multimeter. The reading is around 12 to 13 volts. For this test, the laptop charger will charge the battery through the aluminum power resistor first. I will leave it for about 20 minutes, then come back and check the result. During this experiment, I still need to watch it carefully. After 20 minutes, I come back and measure the battery again with the multimeter. This is the moment to see whether the test made a real change or not. The voltage has increased to around 13.5 to 13.6 volts. This is only a short test, not a proper charger replacement. What do you think? Subscribe to see the next experiment.